Today we celebrate the 18th Sunday of the ordinary time of the year. The gospel today is about the multiplication of the loaves, but it seemed to have started on a very sad note, especially for Jesus, getting the news about the death of his cousin, John the Baptist. It must have been traumatic for him, but at the same time, what actually did he do? He didn't allow himself to be in that situation of despair. Rather, he gathered his disciples and began to give them a new orientation on how to face the violent war that took the life of his cousin, John the Baptist. And to me, this is a very big pointer to the fact that in our own life situations as well, there are moments we feel so despaired, that loss of hope, that despondency in us, because we feel things are not working out the way they ought to work. We have tried several things. We have tried to transform our lives, yet things don't seem to work out the way we are really planning them to be. And what do we really do in our moments of darkness, in our moments of despair? Are we allowed to continue to be like that? No. We don't need to be discouraged. We don't need to lose hope because the dark moments have come around us. Like Jesus Christ, this is a moment for us to rethink, begin to fashion out other ways of how to get in touch and face the circumstances we have found ourselves. We don't need to give in. And one will just ask, how would that be best done? That's why Jesus Christ himself has now prayed to the Father. If you listen, the language he used today, gathering the disciples and other people followed suit, they sat down listening to him. That even at the breaking of the bread, what actually did he do? He took the bread, said a blessing, divided it, gave to his disciples to share among the people. First of all, that trust in God, that confidence that the Father can do anything he asks him to do. Do we have that kind of trust? In our difficult situations, do we really believe we have a God who can perform miracles as he did today in the multiplication of the loaves? So we are encouraged not to enter into despair when things seem to be dark, when things seem to be looming very, very dark for us. Rather, we should remember that we have a God that can do and perform miracles for us. Despair leads us to believe that there is nothing good that can come out of us. There is nothing we can do to save our own situations. Despair makes us to feel that God is not there to do anything for us. We cannot believe and trust in the power of God doing anything that we ask him to do. But you don't need to. There is something in you. There are lots of possibilities in you. That is the point Jesus Christ is making today. That we ourselves get empowered, look at things from a different perspective. And the best perspective we can look at things to survive and succeed with them is to look at it from the point of view that God can do the impossible for us. If and only if we believe and trust in him in doing that. One thing that we can assure ourselves of is, it is much more better for us to be in the darkness of our lives, holding on to the hand of God, rather than to be living in the brightness of life without God. That could be very, very chaotic for us. So we don't need to lose hope because we have the belief that we have a God that will always do the impossible for us. May God continue to be with you and continue to strengthen you. Do not lose hope.